Is going on, everybody? Hey, this is your boy JC from JC Eagles Talk, and man, boy, oh boy, what a day it was. It seems like that Mondays are a lot better after a win. Like I had to call off work today, man. Like I literally had to call off work today because I could not, you know, just pick up myself and go to work after a loss like that yesterday. I was house sick because of the way the Eagles played. But before we get into it, man, hey, look, there's a couple injury news, concerning news actually for the Philadelphia Eagles. The biggest one right here is Jalen Hurts. Nick Sirianni is saying that he's dealing with a sore ankle and might miss the Jets game. So this game right here, this upcoming game versus the Jets, by no means is a cakewalk. By no means at all is a cakewalk. I mean, yes, they are the New York Jets, and the record is horrible. But guess what? Look, look, they beat the Bengals already. They just beat the Houston Texans. I mean, right now the Jets have a couple wins under the belt where they could feel good about. And this is the worst thing, in my opinion, that Jalen Hurts needed at this point right now, especially after that horrible game yesterday that he had. But look, the bye week is the week after next. So if he is dealing with the sore ankle, I personally would tell him to rest. And I would just put him to rest. And hopefully he heals up in 2 weeks to go against the Washington football team, because that is where the real game starts, against the Washington football team after the bye. So I would rather him just sit out the Jets game, let Minshew comes in, and we'll go from there. But the only concern I have, if Minshew comes in and some way somehow plays good against the Jets, what is that 2 weeks going to look like for Jalen Hurts? What will be the news around Philly? Do we want Minshew to start? Oh, should we bench Hurts? It's going to be a lot of noise. But look, if he's hurt, he needs to sit down because we need him against Washington, against the Giants, against Washington, and against Dallas, because that is going to be where we make our money at to get into the playoffs. We have to win out. We have to win out. So I'd rather have a healthy Jalen Hurts than a hobble Jalen Hurts. The next one is Miles Sanders. Once again, he just came back from injury a couple games ago, and some way somehow yesterday, watching that game, I knew something happened to him because I was watching him run. I was like, oh man, he's going to come up like he came up hobbling. So I already knew that he was not going to play. That he was not going to be in the game in the fourth quarter. So he's dealing with the knee/ankle injury. So first we have Jalen Hurts, then Miles Sanders, Jordan Howard. We still don't know his status for this upcoming game. I mean, look, and right now it's not a good time to be getting injured. This is where you want your workhorse to be available. This is it, But some way somehow, he's not. Driscoll, all right, guard. He's out for the season. He's been put on season-ending IR, so he's out. So now, what's the status with Brandon Brooks? So all these injuries are starting to come up at the wrong time. So before I go ahead and move forward, what's going on, everybody? All right. Hey, what's up, Grandizer? Jenks, how was your day, Jenks? How was your day? You say, I'm not going to lie, I cried. Well, I wasn't crying, but, man, I just didn't feel like going to work because I got a whole bunch of haters. I have a whole bunch of haters at work, so I was not going to go to work after this. The Eagles lost to the Giants. I mean, we won 3 out of 4 games. The Giants was on the decline. You saw the way they played Monday. There's no way you thought that the Philadelphia Eagles could not go into this game and win this game. So for those of you who want to come on, I will drop the link. I'm about to drop the link right now because I do want to hear what y'all have to say. So I will drop the link in the chat. Let me see. Right there. The link is in the chat because I do want to hear what y'all do have to say. But yeah, I mean, Look, we got to get healthy. We had to get healthy. And with this game, I can't wait until Sunday. We have to play good against the Jets. We have to go into the bye week on at least a high. 6-7 sounds a lot better than 5-8. If we lose against the Jets, I believe our season is a wrap. As far as the wild card go, as the wild card go, right now Atlanta and New Orleans are ahead of us. But the good thing about that is, but we have the tiebreaker. We do have the tiebreaker with both the Saints and the Falcons. So if the Eagles do end up having the same record as both of those, hey, I'm okay with it because we automatically jump up to that 7th seed. Minnesota lost. So that's good. If only we would have won yesterday, we probably would have been right there in that 7th seed. But it is what it is. So what's going on, Jenks? What is going on?
Yo, yo, what's up, JC? What's up?
I'm
What's up?
good. I'm good. Hey, what's going on, Nate, Richie, yo, Jay, Milton? What's going on from Jersey, man? But go ahead, Jenks. Hey, are you feeling any better? The day is almost over with. Are you feeling any better? After a whole 24 hours to dissect this loss from yesterday.
After that loss, yeah. I mean, I'm starting to feel a little bit better after that loss. On Sunday, I was heartbroken on Sunday.
Well,
Like,
yes, yeah. I mean, yeah,
uh,
facts. Yeah, that's facts. Real quick, Milton, he said, I just heard that Smitty told them in the huddle to come to him on that 4th down play. If that's true, what the hell are we doing? Look, I mean, yes, it's been rumored that the play was not meant for Jalen Reagor. It was meant for either 1A, which is Avonte Smith, and 1B, which is Dallas Goedert. But with the way the Giants was playing, 1B, Dallas Goedert was covered. So 1A was open for a split second. I don't know how wide open he was. A lot of people saying that he was wide open, but the all 22 had not come out yet. I'm pretty sure we really going to be seeing that if he was open. But guess what? Guess who else was open? Jalen Reagor was open. Isn't that right, Jenks?
oh yeah, I'm sick of him, man. I'm so sick of him. Like he makes me angry. Like, how do you
What?
drop two touchdown passes in a row? In a row, not like in a different, like in a row. You drop one, then you drop another one. Like,
Yeah, yeah, and it's frustrating. I think it is more frustrating for Eagle fans because he was drafted so high. Because he was drafted so high, now we expecting him to be a 1st round draft pick wide receiver. What Jalen Reagor did not ask to be drafted in the 1st round. He didn't say, "Hey, I'm this Heisman guy. I'm all hype. Come get me, Howie." No, Howie Roseman once again did his own thing.
exactly.
Or was it Doug Peterson that wanted a speedster wide receiver? I don't know. But whatever it was, Jalen
But
Reagor right
but
now is under the microscope because he was a 1st round draft pick. But
even if he
imagine it.
wasn't a first round pick, you
Mhm.
still have to catch that. Like, you have to. There's no way you drop something like that wide open twice in a row. Like, come on, Rager.
Yeah,
Like
look.
people,
And
he
this is
make
the
he
picture
made
right
Hurts
here.
look bad. People are asking why
Yeah.
did he throw to him because he was open. It's not Hurts' fault that the dude dropped it.
Yeah, man. I mean, yeah, I agree. And it's just a shame because I just don't want, as tired as I am of Jalen Reagor right now, this is his 2nd year. All right. I just don't want us to be so quick to get rid of another wide receiver. Because look, the Philadelphia Eagles, man, the Philadelphia Eagles are horrible when it comes to player development. You see this catch
Exactly.
right here? That catch right there bounced off his helmet, right? It bounced off his helmet, which was I guess, a harder catch compared to that catch. That catch right there, no DBs in front of him. He leaped for it and still managed the ball go through his hands. But there's also another pictures out there where his eyes is closed, especially after the one bounced off his helmet. His eyes was closed. If his eye was open, it bounced off his helmet. He still could adjust with his hands because it was right in his hands. Look, But if only his eyes was open after it bounced off his helmet, he still might have made a catch. But
Exactly.
I mean, but look, I don't know what we're gonna do with him, honestly. But we're not gonna get rid of him. All right,
Mm-mm.
Jalen Reagor ain't going anywhere, folks. He ain't going anywhere
I
because
say
Howie
give him one
Rose.
more year and see what he do.
I mean, well, technically, he got 5 years. You know, he got 5 years. You know what I mean? He's on his rookie deal, so he got 5 years. So what's the worst that could happen? Hey, he developed year four, a better late than never. But I would not be so quick to give up on him. Yes, but yesterday he made some tough catches too. Yesterday, because a couple
Yeah.
of times I was like, "Who's that?" And it's Reagor. I thought it was Quez, but it was Reagor. So, but it just happened. The two catches that he dropped were back-breaking catches at the wrong time. You know what I mean? Wrong time.
Man, like if you would have caught that, it was a guarantee. We were probably guaranteed to win that game.
Oh yeah, I mean facts because it was, especially the first one. We had a minute left uh, when the first one was dropped. But the last one, if he would have caught it right, even if he did not score, if some way somehow he is tackled at the inch yard line, it's first and goal with about 15 seconds left. If everybody get aligned right and fast enough, spike the ball, and you might still have a couple more chances to score a touchdown or a quarterback sneak. But absolutely, the game was over if he would have caught the ball. But what happened to his hands? There are brick hands. There are brick right now.
I
There
don't
are
know what
lame
happened. Like
bricks.
our defense kept us in this game, and we just couldn't do nothing.
Well, another thing about the defense, though, you see, look, it's funny that you brought up the defense because I'm about to show y'all the stats from the defense, right? Yes, the defense did keep us in this game. The defense kept us in this game. But if you look at this, out one sack, and this was because the game was running, the clock was running out, and Jones went down. Where is Hargrave at? Where is Cox at? There's no sacks on Daniel Jones. If anybody and their mama watched that Monday night football game against the Bucks, the Giants versus the Bucks, I was like, oh my God, we are about to feast. With Cox and Hargrave, with Sweat and Barnett, I don't think that none of them played yesterday. Like I didn't hear anything from them yesterday. I look at the tackles, like eight tackle, four tackle. Uh, TJ Edwards, two tackle. Anthony Harris, two tackle. Fletcher Cox, two tackle. Millen Williams, Hargrave, one tackle. Like this is not, if your offense is struggling, a young offense at that, you have veterans, you have dogs on that defensive line that should be
Exactly.
able to create some sacks. Who knows? Daniel Jones, he's known for fumbling. So create some sacks, get a couple turnovers like the Giants did, because the Giants' offense wasn't all that. But they
Mm-mm.
got 3 interceptions. Some way, somehow, regardless if it's Jalen Hurts' fault or not, but they still came up with the turnovers that kept them in the game. You know, so I don't want to hear. I know that Jalen Hurts threw 3 interceptions. I know that Reagor. That's that's all good, but the
Huh?
defense to me, I mean, they were okay. I mean, they played okay. Honest truth. I'm not gonna say that. Hey, the defense. Oh my God, they stepped up. No, it's against the Giants. The Giants' offensive line was in shambles. Was in shambles. The Bucks got to Daniel Jones rushing 3. Where is Hargrave? Where is Cox? Where is our big dogs at to toss these guys around? Nate Solder is one of the worst right tackles in the league right now, and we couldn't get around him. So the defense played good. They played good, but I know what this defense is capable of. That's why I'm so tough on this defense. You know?
Yeah, but I don't know why. I don't know why Nick went back to his old ways. I don't know why he didn't keep running the ball. But
Yeah, facts.
yeah, like,
Hey, look, I got my guy on here, Birdman 951. What is going on, man? And I can't wait to hear what you have to say. The floor is yours, my brother.
Sanche, you can hear me?
Yes, you good.
What's good, man? Hey, Shout out to everybody in the chat. Uh, man, I'm not doing too good. My back's been killing me, but also my bird's killing me at the same time. But I've been listening, watching Twitter and listening to everybody. And of course, when we lose, it brings out all these
Whew.
it's bad out there. It's bad in the Twitter world, but I need everybody to you know, kind of take the chill pill or whatever.
Yeah.
Um, before the off season, I was with Foothills and all that. I did expect us to split with the Giants. Now, one key thing that we all
Hmm.
can't forget, they have a huge revenge factor on us. We
Yeah.
took Devontae. We
Yeah.
they said we tanked the last game, but we didn't even really have our starters in, and Jalen gets benched at the halftime. So they've had that against us. So they've been gunning for us. They've marked that game was like their Super Bowl. They marked that on the calendar. And then the other thing too was they were playing for Strahan, and as
Yeah.
ugly of a game that was, they were really playing for Strahan. It was sort of like if B Doc was going to be retiring, and everything's a shambles, but damn well that the Eagles are going to show up for B Doc, no
Yeah.
matter what type of season we're having. We're going to show up and show out. So the Giants did what they had to do. They brought the crowd. Daniel Jones playing for. He probably played like his best game ever, and even if that's his best game ever, he barely put anything up. So I kind of expected a loss, and even I went on a string with AK, and I told everybody was riding on the we're all riding that Jalen Hurts wave right now, because it started looking like it's coming together,
Hmm.
and it almost seemed like I felt like Jalen, everything was just going too good that Jalen was going to have like a letdown game, and sure enough, man, I was like, nah, man, nah, and it happened, guys, it did happen, but now we got to see what this team is going to go do, what they're going to do going forward.
Yeah.
Going forward, the only thing that angers me a little bit with Jalen is that I need him to show up on these division games, man.
Facts.
Um, you lost against
Yeah.
Dallas last year. Even though I felt like the first half he was very I liked his play in the first half. I mean, throw that rock to Deshaun Jackson and all that. So
Yeah.
I was getting all hyped right there. I had a feel he would have beat Washington had he stayed in the game. I
Oh
don't.
yeah.
Washington last year didn't really show me that much. I know we want to say how great their defense was, but I think it was a little overrated.
Hmm.
Um, so I think he would have beat Washington, but we did lose to him, so they're putting it on his belt. Nothing we could do about it. He did fall. He got smacked against the Dallas Cowboys once again, and I really wanted the rivalry between Dak Prescott and Jalen Hurts. I want these guys. I want
Yeah.
juggernauts to go at it and let's fight. But Nick Sirianni, he was doing his little cuteness, watering the plants, didn't want to run the rock. Jordan Howard sitting on the bench, no, he wasn't even sitting on the bench. I don't know where he was on the practice squad. I don't even know if they're on the field, but he's on the practice squad. And you see
Where
what?
this past Sunday?
No, no, no.
Oh
When
yeah, he was on the practice squad. Yeah.
Are they even on the field, or do they even travel when they're on the practice squad?
No.
Yeah,
No.
so he's watching at home, or I don't know, he's just chilling, playing Xbox or something. So we let that give us life because at first I wasn't on board with Nick Sirianni and Jalen Hurts. I felt like he couldn't coach them up, and they weren't gelling to me in the beginning. Now it seems like we kind of figured it out. It seemed like Nick Sirianni kind of avoided the run. Now, I don't know if he got too scared with Miles. I was kind of scared for Miles because he did drop the rock twice
Hmm.
previous game. And so, he's trying to get into his own. So, not to say that Miles is a bad player or anything. We just, he needs he can't be having those kind of mistakes anymore, like moving forward.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I mean, look, and we still rush for over 200 yards. Like,
hey,
we still.
Boston was eating, man. There was just some luck. Like if Boston doesn't get hit with I forgot who punched it out, but if Boston doesn't,
Crowder, I think it was.
if
Crowder.
he doesn't drop that, bro, we're scoring. And
Yeah.
it was gonna be Boston is a giant killer, and I think we kind of waited a little bit too long. He was hyped.
Oh,
He
yeah.
was gonna win that game. He was gonna win that game, and I believed it. Um, like I
Yeah,
said.
but look, hey, all right. So Nick Sirianni, they threw for 31 attempts, and they rushed 33 times.
Mhm.
Jalen Hurts had 8 carries for 77 yards. Boston Scott had 15 carries for 64. Miles Sanders had 9 carries for 64, and Quez Watkins had 1 for 3. So it was kind of balanced. Like, I mean, it may not have started off at that, but as the game went on, I mean, it was 33-31. As far as run to pass ratio.
Yeah, that part was pretty balanced with, but Jalen's interceptions was
Yes.
unexpected. I think that was unexpected. Um, I don't know. How'd you feel about it? Do you think he just a lot of people just saying that he was undecided, like he would kind of it was kind of like yeah, let me see if I can get something here. Kind of not a confident throws and stuff like that. Even that one where he threw into double coverage, I didn't even think Jalen was wide open, and I think Jalen even stopped to come back to the ball. So I don't know if he was just. I think he got too antsy and he wanted the kill shot.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
when you
I
want
mean,
the kill
yeah.
shot, I think sometimes even though if we're playing Madden, we try to get that kill shot, and we're like, because if you think about it, the score, it's not like it was 30-7. So it was just like, bro, I just need a touchdown and we're done. Enough with
Yeah.
this. Enough with this. So I think and with all the mistakes, the game was right there to be had twice, twice.
Yeah. I guess. All right. So I think that's the hardest part for me, right? As bad as the Philadelphia Eagles played, we still had an opportunity. So, hey, Lamar Jackson last night threw 4 interception. By the way, 4 interception. I'm watching that game. I'm like, oh, ouch.
It
They
wasn't.
were ugly interceptions.
JC, didn't it remind you of how it was the division game? It reminded me almost of the Giants Eagles. I'm like, damn, am I watching the Giants Eagles? It was
Yeah,
like it felt like the
it-
same thing, man.
yeah. But guess what? They won the game. So regardless how bad he played last night, nobody was, you know, showing those 4 interceptions over and over and over again because they won the game. He hung in there. He won the game. So the same thing I feel with Jalen Hurts. As bad as he played, he threw 3 interceptions, but he still had an opportunity to win the game. Imagine we would not be talking about as much, this 3 interception. We would have been talking about, hey, he got the job done. Right now, we are tied 6-6, a game and a half out of the division. 6-6 sounds a lot better than 5-7 where we at right now. And
Yeah.
we just kicked ourselves so bad in the butt that people don't realize this. Now we got to go to the Jets. I mean, I'm not saying it's a cupcake win, but they did beat the Bengals, the Houston this past Sunday, and then thank God we got a bye because today, I don't know if you heard, Jalen Hurts, he's dealing with a sore ankle, so he might not even play against the Jets. Nick Sirianni said, and
And
then Miles Sanders, he
and
hurt.
that's gonna be pretty bad there. That's why this game was really, really important because let's say
Yeah,
Jalen does not play against the Jets, I think we can get away with
yeah.
Minshew or something like that. But man, this is like all bad right now. I hope it's not that big of a deal because I swear, dude, if Minshew comes in and looks good throwing or something like that, and easy win or something like that, oh my God, you want to talk about they're bashing Jalen right now? They're going to be calling for Minshew right now.
That's
Uh,
exactly what I said, man. Because
and I don't even want to deal
yeah,
with that right now, man. But it is what it is at the end of the day. Jalen's been putting. I mean, let's face it, man. He's been putting his body on the line. He's been
yeah,
putting. He's been putting his body on the line. And that's kind of what we feared with Carson. And you saw the results. Carson, yeah, he hasn't got injured and this and that. And he's got the pretty much the best running back in the NFL right now. So,
Yeah.
that's helping him so much right now. But the thing is that we're not dead in the water.
Oh no.
I think maybe expectations. I'm still like I said, we were going to split with the Giants because of that whole revenge. If they did something like that to us, we'd be
Hmm.
thinking the same thing. So it's not like they murdered us. They didn't. Come on. I mean, if you think,
No.
I mean, we shot ourselves in the foot here, guys.
Oh yeah,
The,
absolutely.
the Giants didn't kill us. I knew Daniel Jones was going to play, and remember, Daniel Jones is playing for his career right now. They already want. They're already saying Russell Wilson. So let's not act like Daniel Jones is the Eli Manning or something. Yeah, he won against a division rival game. I mean, look at the stat. I know his stats looked a little bit is way better than what Jalen. Jalen just had a
Yeah,
god awful game.
he threw for
Uh,
202 yards, 19 for 30, 202, one touchdown.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, what do you want me to do with that? I mean, do I give him the
Like,
MVP now or later? But it's like, I mean, just last week, no Giants content creators are confident in Daniel Jones. Those are the
all
facts.
of them. Yeah,
Well, I don't think the Giants are going anywhere. They're too far behind, and I don't think that. I mean, when they go to Philly, this is going to be a different game. This is going to be, and especially if Jalen's in that game, he's got some explaining to do, and I think Jalen's going to have a huge game against the Giants, and I think everybody's going to be showing up, including my guy Malata.
oh yeah,
I think my and you know what? Shout out to Jordan Malata, dude. He is my like he is right up there at the top 5 right now on this team as far as players go.
this right
Um,
here, man. This right
that's
here touched me, man.
Man, our Eagle fans got to be blessed with that guy, and I am gonna get that
Yeah,
dude's jersey. He
me too.
deserves it, and I can't wait to be rocking his jersey because he is like something new, a new foundational piece for the Philadelphia organization. So you got to look up to our man, it's Jordan Malata, and he took that loss to. You know
Yeah,
what that is right there. He took that loss because Jalen did what he could do to win that game, but Jay
yeah,
Rager did not finish. I mean, come on, man, twice. You basically Nelson Aguilar does twice.
yeah, yes, yeah. Facts.
We are dealing with the Nelson Aguilar 2.0. That's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it is, man. Like this picture right here, man. Yo, this is his bodyguard, man. This is his blind side protector. And it was reported that he was crying. Mariota was crying walking off the field after that game.
Yeah,
I, you know,
yeah, because he's getting ripped on that. I believe. Okay, you know how they were saying Devontae Smith was wide open.
hmm
Um, so that play, I forgot who was on that side with Jordan. So that's what made Jalen move up the pocket. He's getting ripped on it too. But you know what, man? I know Jordan has some bad plays. They're not all gonna be perfect, but he has been showing up, man. And I don't care what
yes,
anybody wants to kill him for those plays that did go south or whatever. But Jordan, I mean, he's only gonna get better, man, and he deserves all the accolades. He is part of the holding this ship together.
yeah. Let's talk about the defense a little bit because I mean, as much as we said the offense stunk and stuff like that. I mean, how do you feel about the defense? Because just like Richie said, the Ravens defense caused some turnovers. Like I believe three turnovers yesterday, and that's the reason why the Ravens hung in there and won the game. But the Cox, the Hargrave, like Daniel Jones was being harassed Monday night. Like 3 guys was getting to Daniel Jones all night against the Bucks. We made him look like he didn't get touched at all yesterday. No sacks besides that one sorry one at the end of the game when the game was over with. Like, how do you think about our defense? Are you disappointed that our defense didn't get no sacks, no turnover, or what?
I mean, for the most part, if Giants didn't play as good, there would have been more points on the board. But the thing is, you're right. Like, what is it about Daniel Jones that we're gonna let him run on us? Like they didn't learn from last year that he ran all over us. Now he didn't go crazy running, but he did run on us. Um,
Yeah, 9 for 30.
Yeah, and the thing too is that I don't know why Gannon. I feel like Gannon just he picks the quarterback he's not going to rush. I'm like,
Yeah,
what is he flip? Is he flipping a quarter before each game? He's like, okay, I'm going to rush this dude, not this dude. I don't understand it. Like he's flipping quarters here, and we don't got time for that. I thought for sure Slate. You know what I was wishing, man? I was like, because we were struggling on offense for a minute there. I was like, man, can Big Play Slate just return one for the house and then we
one.
can the game. That
Yeah.
was kind of I was kind of predicting that. I said, you know what, I think Slade's just gonna help us out here, just get one to pick six and it's game over or something like that. But it
And
didn't
Giants
happen.
had a lot of backups in at the offensive skill
Yeah,
position. I mean, like so that's why I'm like, why couldn't we take advantage of that with Tony being
yeah.
out,
And
with
then you go
Shepard
back to the
being out?
Tampa game. Go back to the
Yeah.
Tampa game. They were on their sixth string corner, and we still didn't take advantage. So, that's still kind of out there on the jury about like how come they're not letting Jalen attack. Is it? And then like I guess maybe they did let him attack, or do you think those throws were on him?
Look, look, I think there's a couple of drops that was there. Goddard dropped one. I mean,
Yeah,
this, but those a couple of drops. Hey, once you see your wide receivers or your tight end not helping you out, you're gonna start pressing a little bit. You're gonna start trying to force feed them and force the ball in there, hoping that you could get them going. But I mean, I'm just disappointed that I had to go back and watch the Saints game this morning just to make myself feel better about this defense. Trevor Simeon, man, we was blitzing him, we was hitting him. I mean, we treated him like we did Teddy Bridgewater. Daniel Jones, come on now. You tell me you can't blitz him. Like, at least show your hand a little bit, then back away. They had backup wide receivers all over the place. And Barkley didn't do nothing like against us at all. So that's why I'm so confused about this. Like, as much as I want to put it all on the offense, man, I think it's a whole team effort with the coaching staff, with offense, with defense, regardless if defense only gave up 10 points, but they didn't do nothing else.
and then this goes back to Nick. Like when you see your team struggling, you have to make the adjustment. And I don't know, I think fourth quarter I think they started making more of an adjustment, but I think the third it came out a little flat. But that's where Nick Sirianni's got to change it up. I mean, this game was right. This basically was just whoever was going to get a touchdown or field goal. It wasn't even that crazy of a game. So I think that kind of fooled people right there. But like I said, the Eagles got smacked in the face. The Giants were really prepared, including the fans and all that stuff. So my Eagle fans, we have to return the favor, and
We
and, and
do.
I'm talking. I don't. We got to blow them out because you got Cop Piss over there acting like it's a damn Super Bowl that he won. That was their Super Bowl. I'm thinking
Yeah,
because they ain't gonna have any other great games, and because of this loss, that this means that we have to beat Washington twice now.
we
So we got
do.
to beat Washington twice, and we got to pay back the Giants. The Cowboy game, I don't think it might be. I think that's a guaranteed dub because I don't think they'll be playing starters yet. It could change if they start. I mean, they look like they're not going to have their coach. They've been having kind of the COVID bug and injury bug and cowboy bug, whatever you want to call it. But
November,
they
December bug.
all the bugs are just keep going to the Cowboys. Like they can have all the bugs they want. But yeah, I expect Jalen to even if he misses this Jets game. But even if Minshew comes in, we need this win. We can't do five. What would it be? Five and
We'll be
eight.
5-8. Man. We'll be
Yeah.
5-8, and basically that's a wrap. Well, I mean, because the two teams that's ahead of us right now is the Saints and the Falcons. They're 5-6.
Okay.
So if we get the same record as them at the end of the season, like we bump them 2 spots automatically because we've got the head-to-head tiebreaker over
Yeah,
them.
and the Niners, we can't do nothing against the Niners.
Nope.
They're ahead of us now,
And the
and the only
Vikings lost
tiebreaker.
yesterday.
Right. So I mean now, this is gonna be Jalen's got to finish it, man. He got to finish it. He got to sweep Washington, which is I don't think it's very hard feat. I don't believe in Heineken, and they got their own problems. But I feel that the Eagles are in a better situation than Washington. Not to talk smack on them right now, but I feel that they're in a better position. And I believe we're gonna beat the Giants at home. And then the Cowboys, we're getting the dub because I'm pretty much they're gonna sit their starters, so that's a dub. So we mainly need just 3 wins, right? Well, no,
We need
four,
to win out
four.
because
Yeah,
right now there's only 5 games left. One against the
yeah.
Jets, and then the rest is all division games.
Yeah,
So
so
we
it's
can't.
right there to be had, like, and people could say that no, we shouldn't be putting ourselves, we're still learning and stuff, but nah, I think we can do it. I don't think there's, I don't, I'm not gonna let the guy slide like that. I think we have enough talent to do it. We'll worry about next year when next year's here, but
Yeah.
we can do it. And if we start all of a sudden losing games right here, I'm be very concerned.
Look, why can't we learn on the fly and win at the same time? Like I told somebody today on Facebook, I'm like, yo, look, why y'all want us to lose? Yeah, hey, we're not going to do anything anyway. Even if we get in the playoffs, you don't know what might happen. You don't know who's going to get hurt from the other team and like who's going to open the door for us. You don't know that. So just keep fighting until it's over. Like I'm tired of some Eagle fans just like, and it's aggravating for me because I've been an Eagle fan my whole life. I've seen this team under Andy Reid start, 0-4, 1-3, and still go on a run and still manage to get in there because they don't stop fighting. You know
Well,
what I mean?
there's that, JC, and I'm really on Jalen Hurts because I know how upper management's looking at this.
Oh,
The-
absolutely.
this is
Yeah.
that game that happened with Jalen. That's kind of feeding into like, oh, quarterback factory.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what we're gonna do now. Look at Jalen now throwing them picks now. So that's what we're. I don't. That's why I get worried when he has these type of games because you're feeding into what is being said out there. I'm pretty sure some analyst or somebody that works inside is gonna put something on Twitter. It's like, oh, Howie Roseman is looking at this guy, and Howie Roseman is oh, he likes Russell Wilson. You know how it goes. But that's why Jalen, man, you, you had that game, you move past it, and you cannot repeat that for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
One or two maybe interceptions, depending on the situation. Sometimes there's tip drills or whatever, but you can't have a repeat for the rest of the season like that. Especially that you got 3 division games coming up. You can't lose all those three. If you lose 3 more division games, it's going to be real tough to sell Jalen Hurts back. That he's the franchise, and it sucks to say that,
Yeah.
but he can't do that, especially because we have to win in the division. You can't. We could beat everybody else, but we have to win the division. We have to beat Dallas, Washington, Giants. So all eyes on him, and he has the skills to pay the bills. And
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like
but
absolutely.
we're gonna allow this the slip up. But I said everybody has to take in consideration what the Giants really wanted to do. This was payback for what we did, guys. This is payback,
I mean, hey, look, and that was payback. That I take it because that was barely a payback. You know what I mean? And that was barely, and we still had opportunities to still screw them again. After a good hard fought game
And we
on
gave
their
him donations. The Eagles gave him donations. Say you want an interception? We did the whole. You want a car? You
exactly.
want a car?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So I think yesterday what hurt us more when Kelsey went out. When Kelsey went out and Herbert came in and had crucial holding penalties on that Boston Scott touchdown. Remember, a Boston Scott had a touchdown up the middle and it got called back because of
And,
holding.
and the NFL has it against the Eagles too. How many touchdowns have we got called back?
At least
And
10. Like for real. Like I
they've been
mean, I saw
we've
three
been
in one
getting
game.
we've been getting killed. The NFL is also mad at the Eagles too.
But we'll see what happens. So look, as far as moving forward, what would you like to? Okay, so I had a whole bunch of a list the other day of all the available wide receivers that's about to come up and free agent wise. Who would you want to see the Eagles go after? I mean, because instead of drafting a wide receiver, do you think that we should just go in free
I want
agent?
a free, yeah, a veteran needs to be here. I mean, if we can get the best one, woo wee, I can't wait.
Allen Robinson?
Shoot, man, if we could dream, right?
Hey, the
Like,
next Alshon Alfrey, you got Godwin out there, Devontae Adams. No, no, thank you to Will Fuller. He's hurt too much. T.Y. Hill, no, thank you. So it's only the top three to me: Robinson, Godwin, and Adams.
right.
That's it, really.
Well, it was funny because I was on. Shout out to Pablo Gary. We were talking back in the day, dreaming a little bit. I said, "Imagine if we can go get Devontae Adams," and then I was like, "That'd be the double dragons. We got the double D's over there." So, can you imagine that? Two Devontaes, man.
Who's the
Uh,
quarterback, though? I mean, who's the quarterback?
It should be Jalen as long as he just don't get as long as he don't get broken up here. But that's like worst case scenario. But the thing is, having a veteran, even Godwin in here, it's just, man, can you imagine? It's just gonna Devontae's gonna eat even more. Devontae's with his experience. I know he's really frustrated on what had happened. You know why the team's frustrated is because the win was right there.
It is.
And I mean,
Yeah.
how could you not be frustrated? Like, you literally had like just a few plays that you were gonna win the game. Boston was gonna win the game. Jalen was gonna win the game twice. He should have
Yeah.
won the game twice.
Twice. Yep. And
But
that's the
but
thing.
is I think that it's the disappointment. But like I said, I think the Eagles gave the game away. I don't, as much as the Giants want to say they won, the Eagles just gave it away, man. Like a Christmas present. Just gave it
Yeah.
away.
Look, hey, before I go, hey, shout out to my man Birdman951, man. If you're not subscribed to the channel, go subscribe to his channel, man, because he has
Appreciate
them
it.
show with Foothills, right? Your show
Well,
with Foothills.
Foothills start working the day shift, so I've been working with King John. See, he's been kind of filling in. So shout out to King John Fly. He's on the road to 100. Good dude. He's like my little bird. He gives me that little insight of gives
That's-
me all of what's going downtown. So it's cool. I get my little insights. It's funny because like I hear stuff. I'm over here on the West Coast, and
Mhm.
I got my insight over there on the East Coast. Like, what? Give me the scoop. Give me the scoop. So yeah. I mean this ankle thing, and especially with our injuries, with our blue tent mysteries. I hope they're being truthful about it. I hope it's not something worse or something. You know how they kind of try to soften it
Yeah.
up. Say, oh, what did they say? He's nursing. He's
A
nursing.
sore ankle. A
Soreness.
sore
Okay,
ankle. Nick
okay, all right.
Sirianni said. He said we'll know more on Wednesday. When the reports come out and stuff like that. But I mean, it's coming at the right time too, because if we get away with the Jets and we beat the Jets, look, the following week is a bye week. So if Jalen Hurts could sit out, Miles Sanders sit out, and use Boston Scott and Gainwell this upcoming game and stuff like that, we pull this off. He could rest for 2 weeks and really come back healthy against Washington out the gate, the Giants again, Washington, and then Dallas. So I would weather him with Sanders, with Hurts. If you hurt, just sit out this Jets game. We should be able. Look, if we're gonna do anything, we lose to the Jets. Hey, we ain't beating nobody else. All right. So if we lose to the Jets, we're not beating any other team for the rest of the season now. So
Right.
so we should be okay to beat the Jets with the type of talent we
And
have,
how
regardless if
what's
Jalen Hurts.
Howard's supposed to play? He's supposed to return, right?
I'm not even sure about Howard, man,
Yeah,
because
that's a big thing. You know what, man? Howard has brought a new energy to the line. Driscoll being out, that's kind of pretty big right there because I feel like he's been gelling with Lane Johnson. So that's kind of big right there. I think Herbig could fill it in, or I don't know. What do you think? Do you think they're gonna move Jordan to the right? Do you think they might do something like that and bring back?
no, I just think, man, they're just gonna plug one body, man. Because if you start moving the whole pieces around, it's easier
Yeah.
just to plug Herbig right there in
Oh,
between
I
Kelsey
totally
and
agree with you.
Johnson.
Then. I totally
As long
agree.
Kelsey is okay now, because we don't know about Kelsey. He did come back into the game though,
Right,
in the third quarter and stuff like that.
right.
But yeah, I definitely would just plug one body instead of try to shift the whole thing up.
Yeah,
So
I totally agree with you because it's like it takes them a little longer than a week or two to get like that fine tuning, and we don't got a week or two right
yeah,
now. Time is ticking right now.
yeah, yo, hey, the bye week cannot come any better time after the Jets. I mean, hey, these older guys are getting hurt right now. Hey, right now, we need all the help we could get. And Brendan Brooks, is he coming back or not? Or are they going to
I
try to
don't
push
think
him
so.
to after the bye week? Because right now, Driscoll is out for the season. He's gone. He's not coming back.
Yeah,
So,
it sounded like they're waiting for after the bye. From what I heard from coach, sound like they're gonna wait till the bye and make a decision there. So we'll see. Maybe winning these games is gonna have an impact because if we're losing, I don't know if they want to put in Brooks out there for trade bait or something like that. They want him healthy. So I don't know, man.
I mean, I was against it before Driscoll got hurt because Driscoll been there for what, like 10 weeks now, because Brooks got hurt like I think week 2, whatever.
Yeah.
But now if he comes back healthy, I'll put him in there. Look, these games right here, we're about to go against a divisional opponent. And you want your best guys out there, especially on that offensive line. You know what I mean? So if Brooks is out there, the best way to show people that he's still elite, he still could do the damn thing and still play him. He's not going to be here next year. I don't think he is. What's your feeling about that? You think that he's going to come back because of his massive cap hit or what?
Uh, if we can get away with trading him, I'm all for it. Just because he's just, I don't know if he's got that bad juju. Maybe you know how some of these players are looking good. I mean, look at Rasul, and there's a long list.
Oh yeah,
All these guys keep going somewhere else, and all of a sudden they're healthy. Nelson Aguilar goes to the Raiders, and he catches everything. Like,
Nick
so
Collins
yeah,
for the Dolphins.
I don't know what's going on, man. So who knows? Maybe Brooks goes to a contender, and he looks all good. I don't know, man.
Yeah,
It's just some bad
yeah,
juju.
Brooks only got like a couple years left on the shoot. Man. He's been
Yeah,
in the like, how old is Brooks? Like in the 30s, right? Like,
yeah. And I think our line is looking bright, and who knows, maybe we pick up one more O line in the draft. But I think our O line has a pretty good future. Jason, depending on how we finish, he might come back one more, but it's going to depend on him and his body if he wants to. But I think I'm pretty Malad. I think our left side looks great.
oh yeah, absolutely, we're good. We're good
Lane
on the left side.
Lane might want to try one more time, but he's been having a lot of mental issues and body injury issues. So there's a lot there too for Lane. He's the one of the guys that got us to the bowl. So it sucks, man, at the end of the day. But some of these guys' mind and body is just not letting them stay on the field like we want to. But I think the future is pretty bright with our O line. We just need to get this defense more I mean, can you imagine if we had a similar guy like Micah on this team?
Oh
How
my God,
can you
golly,
just imagine that one guy, you nail one guy makes a
that's
big
it.
difference.
That's it. Just one guy. So as far as you, what would you do on the defensive side? You got 3 picks. Where are you going? And who are you getting rid of? I mean, is Cox going to be here next year? Even though he restructured his contract, and of course, I mean, is Barnett? We know that Barnett is. Look, he's gone. That he's going to be a free agent, and I
Okay.
don't. Maybe he signed for somebody else, but I would hate to see him go to another team and average 8, 9 sacks. So I will. I don't know what I would do.
And that's crazy because I really expected a lot from Josh Sweat this year. I was really on the Josh Sweat train, and it's been quiet, man. It's been really quiet from Josh. I don't know what's going on there.
Uh,
But it seems like sometimes it's crazy. Like someone will rise and then someone will fall. Like Avante Maddox. Look at how he's playing. And I was
because
kind
Slay
of,
is playing at high level too. Because
yeah,
you know what? All right. So do you think it's because Hargrave he cooled down like 4 or 5 games ago? So do
yeah.
you think it's because of Hargrave is cooling down that Sweat is not having the same effect on the defensive line that he was having in the beginning of the season, or what?
When Fletcher Cox had that press conference where he's like, "What did he say? I don't get paid to run
To
after."
play screens. Yeah, to
Yeah,
play screens.
yeah, yeah. So I think some of the defense kind of plays off of Fletch a little bit here. BG missing on this team.
Ooh,
Uh,
I forgot about BG too.
yeah, BG. I mean, I was I'm still hurt from that because he's dude, like he's just one of a forever Eagle for me. And I haven't really seen his replacement, that vocal leader. Like it's just like it's even with B Dog, man, it was just a whole presence thing. It just brought the best out of people. But not to say that, like Slay's been coming into his own,
Oh
Avante,
yeah,
the Davion Taylor thing, something like he was kind of like getting into his own a little bit, helping out the defense. Singleton, I love when you tackle and you actually bring them down. That's what I love
yeah,
seeing. I don't like the little hugs and they're going for yak yards and stuff. I hate that stuff. So I think our coaches need it. I think Gannon has to, kind of get a little bit more gritty with these guys because and someone needs on this team to be a little bit more vocal and get in. I haven't really heard any. How when they're mic'd up, I got to listen to some mic'd up tapes, see how this defense was responding to stuff like that.
yeah,
But I
yeah.
haven't
I don't
really
know.
like that. Come on, man! Look at the score. Let's get this turnover and this and that. Um, but BJ was that guy. Um,
Malcolm Jenkins, man, losing Malcolm Jenkins, man, like that was a man. We just don't realize how big of a loss that was on the defensive side. Year in, year out, you could always count on Malcolm Jenkins, regardless who's in or out. He is the Kelsey, but on that defensive
yeah,
side, he's always reliable, always dependable. And then he got for $3 million extra. We could not sign him. Let's see who we
that's
got
why.
back here. Cowboy fan. Who's this
That's
guy?
why. Fan for life. The stream is with audio only. Um, is he there?
He went back hiding. But yeah, so like we need that vocal leader. I mean, like I don't know who it is right now because on the offensive side, I mean, you hear Devontae Smith but Kelsey is that dude on the offensive side, but the
Him,
defensive
him,
side,
and him and Jalen.
yeah.
Him and Jalen. But
I'm talking about the Dallas
All right.
we gotta start rapping.
Yeah,
And
I don't know.
and Dallas Cowboy fans, let me tell you from the Birdman, if you guys do not get to the NFC Championship, this season was a failure, and I don't want to hear no excuses about it because you guys talked like you guys were on the Empire State Building. If you do not touch that NFC Championship this year, your season was a failure. Book it, clip this, and that's the truth. But that's the bottom line because the Birdman said so.
Hey, look, I believe that Thursday night at New Orleans is a big game for the Cowboys. Look, it's hard to go in there and beat the Saints at home. You know what I mean? They have a lot to play for still. So this is not going to be an easy game at all for the Cowboy fan at all. So guess what? We might be in the same situation the following week when we play the Jets. We win. Guess what? We are a game and a half out. So now he changed his name to Eagles fan. So I don't know who this guy is behind this, but hey, until you show me your face, I'm not gonna bring you on the screen, man. So
You got, you got
hey,
some secret admirers, man.
I don't know, man. Wait, is that my house? Is that my back? Nah, that's not. but but yeah. So look, I don't know. Look, the Washington football team is about to play tonight. I'm really gonna keep my eye on that because
Yeah,
we need them to lose. We need
yeah,
them to lose as much as possible, so they won't even be up there with us to contend for a wild card.
yeah. And then Russell Wilson, he's trying to get out of there. So I want to see how I haven't really watched Russell Wilson play after coming back from his surgery. So we'll see what goes on. Got Eagle
I don't
flag.
know. Yeah, I see some Eagle flags in there, but we'll see.
Who is this mystery man?
I don't know, man. Like I don't know, but hey, since you got the birds out there, hey, I keep it up for a little bit until I see some cowboy crap, and then I turn off. Oh yeah, that's an Eagles fan, man. Hey, you got a lot of Eagle stuff in there. It might be Richie. I don't
Richie,
know.
Richie
It might
MC.
be Richie. I don't know, but yeah, that's definitely an Eagles fan. All right, so look, what's your look? Hey, Eagle fan, come on, man. Hey, talk to us. How do you feel about the game you saw last night? Yeah, I don't know.
He might be young. He might be a young.
Yo, that might be one of your admirers, Bird, man. That might be. Yo, Richie said not me. Yes, someday. Here we go. That's what I'm talking about. Now, since you got us all pumped up, show your face, say something, talk to us, man. What's going on? Eagle fan? Yo, this is.
Oh, I heard something.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
It's just someone's trying to get on the stream.
All right, remove. Hey, I see you back in the backstage, man.
Oh man. Hey, you know what, man? Why don't they I think JJ our Sega Whiteside
Yo,
should be
let's.
out there a little bit more or give him a couple more routes, man, because he's catching more than Reagor right now.
Yo, I really think that you know what? Next game, JJ Arcego Whiteside will be in the lineup. He will score a touchdown next game because you see now, like this is 2 weeks in a row. He caught a pass. All of a sudden now, slowly but surely, hey, they're gonna start putting him in the lineup a little bit more, maybe in a red zone. Who knows? Because nobody expect him to get the ball. And this is 2 weeks in a row. He came up with some big catches for the Philadelphia Eagles. So I really think that he needs to be in a lineup some more. You know, this is what year 3 for JJ.
Yeah, and Jalen Reagor, I think it's over, man.
Do you really? After 2 years? Come on. Hey, look, you
Yeah,
see
yeah,
Mac Hollins and Nelson, and you know
yeah.
that we don't have receivers that
But
just come on and flourish
I
that
mean, look,
fast.
I already believe in Devontae. I already believe in him.
Okay.
I just don't. But it's like this. Don't be surprised if Rager goes somewhere else and he's catching and looking dope.
I
I don't know.
know, but that's what I'm
It's
saying.
just something. You know, he got in Twitter wars with and Instagram beefs and all that. There's when that stuff starts happening, it's
Yeah.
it's here, man.
Mentally, you done.
It is here, and it just and then now he's. I mean, dude, how many people have tweeted that he's catching the ball with his eyes closed? You know how many
Yes.
you know how many tweets I have seen? I
Yeah.
mean, and then the Butterfinger memes, he's getting
Oh, the
Butterfinger
bricks. The
memes.
bricks.
Oh man, but
Yeah.
and see, and it plays into it because remember, he's seen all that, man.
Yeah, I know.
He could have been the hero. He would have been
Yeah.
the hero, man.
I
And
said the
it wasn't
exact
just
same
once.
thing last night.
Wasn't just once. It was twice. And the
I said
thing
the
is,
exact same thing that if for one game, he could have put the whole Justin Jefferson conversation to rest for one game. Maybe not the whole season, but at least that game. He could have said, "Oh my God, he caught the ball in traffic like that." To like yo, Terrell Owens became To when he caught that ball, when Steve Young threw him that ball in a championship game, and he caught it in the end zone and got squished by two, I believe, Green Bay Packers at the time, and he caught the ball. He changed his name from Terrell Owens to T.O., like OBJ. That one-handed catch, the finger catch he caught over the Cowboys, he became OBJ. Before that, he was Odell Beckham. And then he made that one catch, OBJ. Jalen Reagor, that was his moment. And he had not one, but two opportunities to say, you know what, for one game, I'm just going to help this Philly franchise out. They drafted the first round.
JC, and that could have been the catch where he could have turned all the noise off. He could have turned all the noise off. But now the noise is back on. I mean, just go on Twitter right now and put Jalen Reagor, and it's a never-ending story of all the memes and the TikToks. I mean, it's all on. Oh man, it's brutal, man. I mean, I even did. I said that Butterfinger thing with all Butterfingers in his hands. I was like, oh man.
I saw it.
I said Butterfinger sponsoring Jalen Reagor, man. He signed him a 5-year contract.
Man, I saw the one with the McDonald hat.
Oh,
him with the McDonald hat. Hey, saying that he signed a 4-year deal after yesterday's game with McDonald's.
man.
I'm telling you, it's rough out here, man. It's rough out in the Twitter world. And somebody said, hey, he should stay off social media for this week because mentally it's going to get to him. Mentally, it's going to get to him. Like too much flavor say, hey, Hurts threw 3 picks. We know. But Lamar threw 4, still won. Please cut or trade Reagor. I don't really think Reagor is going anywhere. We still have 3 more years of Reagor before he's gone.
And JC too, like when I was watching the Ravens and Browns, it just seemed like every play that the defense was involved in, they were just hyping each other up, man.
That's what I'm saying.
And then I know I do see it once in a while, but it just seemed like the whole team's giddy with that. Like they're like, what? Like it's that whole swag thing, and that was not no.
It happened against the Saints. Against the Saints, you saw that team that you saw against with the Ravens team last night. They are making plays. It seemed like once they are making plays, they start swagging, they start dancing. If they're not making plays, man, you don't know who's on the field because you can't, like, no one person is singled out, like who's making the plays. So that's why I blame this on the defense too. Like you saw last night how defense could carry you in offense until your offense start clicking. All I was asking for was 1 sack. Give me a sack fumble. You know, Daniel Jones is known for fumbling the ball. He got the most turnover out of any quarterback since he's been in the league. And you couldn't even swipe at the ball, like get to him, sack him, do anything yesterday.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Gannon, before the game, he flips a quarter and says, we're going to get this quarterback or we're not going to get this quarterback. Like, come on. Like, and you know what's JC? And you know what's funny is that, you know, people say, oh, we don't got enough talent on defense and whatnot. Okay. But that doesn't mean you can't get to the quarterback. If me and you were on a team, we could dial up something like we're gonna try to get to the quarterback.
Bro, we will have a bet, like a deal every Sunday. Hey man, look, whoever gets to the quarterback, yo, we get $100. Something, anything to motivate yourselves. Like, man, like do anything. Like, hey, yo, I'll take you out to lunch or something, or I do anything to motivate yourself. After a while, it gets old for y'all. I understand it's y'all job, blah, blah, blah. But you still getting paid. You still have fan bases around the world that's buying your jerseys, that are emotionally invested in this team. Like, you know, and to go out there and just not give it your all, it's unacceptable. You know? So
yeah, and it's like besides Slay and maybe Avante, like whose jersey do you want to buy on defense that's showing you that animal?
No. I wanted a Hargrave in the beginning of the year. This dude was on fire. I'm like, oh my God, I want a Hargrave because I could see him at the cock sleeve. He's the future moving forward. Yeah. But he hasn't done anything. Like, he's still stuck on 6.5 sacks. He had that the first 4 weeks of the season. The first 4 or 5 games, he had 6.5 sacks. We are game 12. Just like We're 5-7. So week 12, and he's still stuck on 6.5 sacks. I
Yeah,
mean,
man. Like I don't know. Like it's like it's kind of this whole when they feel like it thing. When I feel like it, and that's not how you're gonna win games here in the NFL. It's not when you feel like it. You got to bring it all the time. Can you imagine if Dawkins did that kind of attitude
oh,
when I feel like it? He would have never been Dawkins. He would have that name
never
would
been
have
in
never
Hall of
been
Fame.
a
Nope.
household name, dude. If he thought that mentality, and then he also said he was on a interview with Fourth and John, and I was listening to it.
Hmm.
If you haven't seen it, and he said something that was very keen. He said that in the locker room when you're losing, you see who's kind of like turning away,
Hmm.
kind of like not saying nothing, or he says you kind of weed out who's the ones that are riding. Is don't just ride when we're winning.
Yeah.
What are you doing when we're losing? And so that meant a lot. So that meant even in those times when Dawkins was playing, they lost a lot,
Yeah.
but they won a lot, and I
Oh
think they
yeah.
won more than they lost.
Absolutely,
But
they did.
but but the people when they were losing, they fought, came back.
Yeah.
So I wish I had eyes in the locker room to see, who's kind of like in their own, just by themselves, like kind of like what was it, Namdi Asamoah?
Did
He
not
was
not.
he was eating his sandwich in his car, eating and chilling with nobody. I mean, you got all
Yeah.
that money and you sitting in your car eating a peanut butter sandwich, huh?
Look, man. Look. All it takes is one. I believe that hey, we're gonna beat the Jets, but the first divisional opponents we faced after the bye, I have to see how they come out, man. Because you had a whole week off. No
And
practice, no
Jalen,
nothing to watch. So I
I'm
want to
telling you,
see.
see, this is and not so much about us winning and all that, um, but how Jalen looks. He cannot
Yeah.
look like a shell of himself. He cannot bring, like I said, Giants had way more to. They were playing for that was their Super Bowl, guys. Pretty much, guys. It was against us because they wanted this game,
Yeah.
and they laid it all down the line, pretty much. But that makes no excuse for Jalen. He's got to be. You got to smack the Giants. When the Giants go to Philly, you better smack them.
Yep.
And same for Washington. I don't want. There's no excuses after that. And I'm not. I don't care if it's 1, 2 interceptions. You better beat the Giants
Yeah.
and
Look,
Washington.
facts, man. Yeah. Yeah, man. Look. All right. So who's winning the division? Who's getting in the playoffs within the NFC East? Or do you
Whew.
see, hey, the wild card is not even going to come from the NFC East? The Dallas is going to go. Hey, the rest of the teams is what it is. I mean, what is your gut feeling telling you?
I wish I knew about this injury more about this whole ankle thing. I think if it's worse than what they're telling us, the wild card expectation is gone. That if he's really that hurt, because you
Hmm.
know how they kind of like to butter us up a little bit and say a little soreness and put some Vicks on him, it'd be all right, or not,
Yeah.
or icy hot or something, you know.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Okay, but if Jalen is what we know Jalen can be, that it's wild card or it's wild card or nothing. I don't see why. I mean, I don't think I'm asking much, man. I'm not asking to go win the bowl right now, but I think this is he's got it. He's got it. Like even with that bad of a loss he did, he should still won. Even how bad he played,
Yeah.
he still had us to win that game. But everything that happened. It happened. But moving forward, he's got to dominate these games, and I don't see why not. Unless this defense all of a sudden just disappears. If this defense disappears, then yeah, we're probably gonna lose. But I don't see why they're just gonna. I mean, they're just bend no break sort of defense. But Jalen is the key. Jalen is the key, and if he is this guy, he's the guy moving forward. He can't be a shell of himself. He cannot.
Yeah. And it's funny how Jalen Hurts been playing this whole season. He's been, you know, tackled and everything. It's funny how I had a giant content creator that told me this. That stadium is horrible. That turf is horrible. Saquon Barkley, Sterling Shepard, all these quad
Oh,
injuries, all these ankle injuries at MetLife Stadium. It's bad. And just happened the first time he plays there. He come out with a sore ankle. Was it sore going in? Because I didn't see him get hurt yesterday. Like
you
I didn't
know,
see him hobbling or nothing.
you know what other stadium too is Dallas Stadium. That's how Dak got hurt. I heard that whole because they have concerts and boxing events and all that. I heard that turf is bad, man. And you saw what happened to Dak. Dak had already before he even that guy, the Giants player had twisted it or whatever. When I was looking at that doctor tape,
Mhm.
Dak already had messed up his foot just on the step. I'm like, how does he mess it up? But then it made sense about that turf. I was like, damn. So even as nice as the stadium is, it's got freaking marble and all that. They got a $2. They got a Dollar Tree turf.
Oh, Richie said the link is horrible. Field two, BG55 got injured or non-contact injury. I mean, I, well, that was his first injury though. And BG has always played there, so I'm not saying that. But the first time we happened to go to MetLife Stadium, and Hurt's been playing at home the whole time, so he has been hurt. And also we go to one of the worst turf to play on, and he come out with a sore ankle, or was it sore going in? Because I didn't hear nothing about him having a sore ankle before he went to that game, and now he came out the game, and all of a sudden, breaking news today, he got a sore ankle. They'll tell us more on Wednesday. So I don't like that, you know.
When did they I mean, there's no video of him like favoring his ankle or anything, is there? No.
I haven't seen it at all. I mean, if there is a one out there, I haven't saw it. So, but they off today and tomorrow. So hopefully on Wednesday, we'll get some more clarity on his injury and stuff like that with Miles Sanders. You know how Miles Sanders, he just came back from a knee injury, and now I think it's a knee and ankle injury. Like he's favoring. I mean, it's all injuries going on. So that's why that bye week, we need to, because this might also be a trap game for the Eagles. Oh, it's a Giants. We got to buy the following week. Like the Broncos. The Broncos, hey, we about to play the Eagles, and we got to buy the following week. And we went up there and smacked them. You know what I mean? So I don't want to overlook this Jets game at all. A buy the following week is good if you're going there with the win. If you're going there with the loss,
If Jalen doesn't play and they throw Minshew, how do you think they're gonna approach this game?
um,
You think they're
look,
gonna try to make it more passing just to see what he got, or do you think they
I'm I'm hoping that they stick to the run. Even though
right?
yesterday we saw, was throwing a little bit, but we started running a lot more. I just want them to stick with the run. Boston Scott is capable. Him and Gainwell, they are capable. Even if Howard or Sanders don't play, they are capable of running through the Jets. But the thing is, Jalen Hurts is the reason why our running game being successful. Also, that's what people don't understand. Like we lead the league, the past 4 or 5 weeks in rushing because of Jalen Hurts' ability to escape and run. So Minshew, all y'all Eagle fans that's calling for Minshew, if he does play on Sunday and
Or
can't
run?
do what Jalen Hurts do, and now you see how bad our offensive line sometimes could be. He end up on his back 6, 7 times. Hey, I'm hoping. Hey, you gotta put that whole Minshew thing to rest. You know.
There's not gonna be much. I mean, I can't remember. I gotta look at some Minshew tape, but I mean, do you remember him running outside the pocket on the Jags?
Well, he can move a little bit. I mean, he's mobile enough. I mean, there were a few games where he's the reason why the Jags won those games. So he's
Okay,
not going to be back there taking sack after sack after sack
right,
because he's
right,
used
right.
to running for his life, with the Jags. So, but as far as the game plan, I want them to stick to the exact same game plan that they are giving Jalen Hurts. Okay, run, keep it balanced, run and throw. Don't try to go overdo it because now Nick Sirianni want to see if his system works, which I
Oh,
don't know what his system is.
so heavy. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
just
you might if it. See, this is what worries me because remember Jeffy, Jeff and Howie, they want the whole passing league thing. So
Man, that's
they
some.
might get a little weird here. But the thing is that you got to keep Minshew.
But if Rager
So
start catching with Minshew,
Rich. Oh, Rich had
ah,
what? Oh, or JJ Arcega Whiteside's catching bombs.
oh, hey, no, yeah, that's the worst thing, man. I feel bad for Jalen, man. I think he's in a lose-lose situation. Like, like if you said if he goes out there and win out, it's still going to be this talk in the offseason. Did he do enough? I mean, this dude has 695 rushing yards, 8 rushing touchdowns by himself on the ground. He's the leading rusher for the Philadelphia Eagles. Like, you know what I mean? Yes, he threw yes, he had 8 total interceptions, but you know, but 3 of them came in one game. And then I think two of them came against Dallas, if I'm not right. I mean, but why? It's frustrating to me because I love the underdog role. I love cheering for the underdogs, and I think that Jalen Hurts, even though he didn't ask for this, he is the underdog because of our stupid GM that we have. Like in real life, he should not be an underdog. Like you should be lucky enough to have a quarterback that you could develop like Jalen Hurts. But
The other thing too that proves to work with us is like ever since Legarrette Blunt, and I don't know why we couldn't let him play for one more year. I that and Tory for, I'm like you guys couldn't. I mean, come on, Howie, you're supposed to be the magician over here, and you
yeah,
can't. I mean, but my whole point is that you see what Howard provides. It's that ground and pound. When Howard and Sanders, it's thunder and lightning, man. Like, come on, like, why is this so difficult for us to figure this out? If we can, I mean, what other team is like a ground and pound and stuff like
the Ravens.
and the Chiefs, right? Like is it the
Well, the
Chiefs?
Chiefs got Mahomes, so not they're more of a air it out. But
Well, they got
The Steelers, because Ben is getting older in age and stuff like that, so now they rely on Najee Harris to do a lot more.
and if we would have had Howard in the beginning, we're probably got
Oh
San
yeah,
Francisco, maybe even Tampa Bay. You see, Tampa Bay got beat. Oh no, they won, huh?
now
They
they
almost
won,
lost.
but
They
they
almost
still
lost.
let both. They still let two 100-yard rushers.
Right. Yeah,
So
but my whole point is that like, come on, guys. The You see what's working. Why do we go away? Why do we keep thinking that we're smarter than what's working? I don't understand that. So it's like Howard. We need to. If imagine if we had like a um Howard with fresh wheels. Like, can you imagine? Like, wow.
yeah.
I mean, he's doing that with worn tires.
Yeah.
Wheels?
The thing with Howard is, man, he just can't stay healthy. You know what I mean? Like he's on a roll. He's running his butt off. I mean, he's that ground and pound, and then boom, he gets hurt. It's like now you see why he is just bouncing from Miami to Chicago to Philly, back off to Miami. I mean, because he just can't stay healthy. He's a good back, but how many games do you
That's
have
why we
with
got.
him?
That's why we got to get one in the draft. But I know we're working on defense. But maybe we can get something in two or three. And the two or
Oh,
three.
oh, absolutely, man. You could get a decent back over 230, 40 pounds like Howard in a fourth round. You know what I mean?
And I
That's where
like
you find those
KG.
gems.
I like KG in Boston. They're more like Boston is more like a Sproles type, and KG's like that finesse type. He's like a finesse running back. But we also need to mix in that muscle, like on the Fantastic Four. What's that? The Rock dude. We need that dude there.
Yeah, like, look, like KG to me is a Miles Sanders. Like, I mean, they are kind of like the same back, really, but KG kind of hits the hole a little bit faster than Miles Sanders. But as far as his catching ability, and Miles Sanders is that back too. I watched him in Penn State. He's capable, but it seems like that every guy that we have is starting to lose their confidence. And then once those confidence start going, it was like, wow, we didn't see that coming. Wow, why ain't y'all better than this? Why ain't y'all do that? Because we somehow, some way, somehow, I don't know if it's the fans, the team, I don't know, man. We make players lose their confidence or shutting themselves, and then the minute they leave out of Philly, man, they probably leave dancing and stuff out of Philly, and then they go to another team. They're like, "Yes, I'm free at last," and they just start playing.
Yeah. I mean, that's what worries me about Howie too, man, because even Malcolm told us, Chris Long told us, Nick Foles sort of told us, but he's not one to kiss and tell, but you could kind of see um I Nick Foles wasn't happy when he left, man. Um
Nah.
Carson, you could kind of see it in Carson.
Would
You
you
know,
do it all over again and get rid of Carson instead of Nick Foles, or would you just do the exact same thing, just let Nick Foles walk? Because it was impossible to keep both of them. You know what I
no,
mean?
I don't think it was impossible. What we could have done, we actually had a lot of options. So you sign, okay, he wins the Super Bowl. You sign Nick Foles to whatever he wants, 2-year deal or whatever. This allows you for Carson Wentz to heal 100, 100. And, you saw what happened. We went to the playoffs again. We should have been in the Super Bowl, and we would have been back-to-back Super Bowl champs in my eyes.
Ashawn Jeffries, man. Ashawn Jeffrey.
But
Let's drop.
and if Nick Foles, didn't play good enough, guess what? The golden boy is sitting right there on the bench. Here's the reins. Here's the keys to the Lex, and do what you do, Carson. And he would have been healed, and he would have also been learning behind Nick Foles, and whatever knowledge Nick Foles had. I'm not. He was in the Super Bowl, he played against Brady, and blah 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 blah. But then, I mean, look what what are they really asking Carson Wentz to do in Indy that he couldn't do in here? There was when he was here with in Philly, the Super Bowl kind of like put that dark cloud because of the expectation. He was supposed to do that. That wasn't supposed to be Nick Foles. It was supposed to be Wentz. He was on the way, and it was taken. It was stripped from. They took his car. They took his keys. They took his wife. They took the house. They took everything away, and he just couldn't get it back, man. And then we grabbed Jalen Hurts, and then it was like, oh, you're gonna get a quarterback now. So it just was a never ending with Carson Wentz. But I believe if Nick Foles stayed, there was nothing. It was like kind of like Aaron Rodgers being behind Brett Favre sort of thing. But I'm not saying Nick Foles is Brett Favre, but kind of like that sort of situation. And remember, this could have happened too. We could have got a call from Chucky from the Raiders. He had 3 number 1 picks. Hey, he liked Carson Wentz.
Yeah, he did. Oh yeah.
Carson Wentz off your hand, and here's my picks, or maybe give you 2 in a two. Here's my 2 first rounds, and I'll throw in this guy or whatever, and then maybe beef up the line, or maybe how he gets a linebacker here. But then that would have been another option too, because they were look at they are with Derek Carr. I don't think Derek Carr is going to get him to the Super Bowl in my eyes for the Raiders. I think he's probably going to go somewhere else because that division is too hard.
Yeah, I mean, look, hey, Derek Carr is like, man, what's that dude? Andy Dalton back in the day. I mean, he's good enough to get you only so far, but he can't get you past the first round. What I mean. So we'll see. But man, look, I think that Hurts is a perfect quarterback for the Eagles based on his leadership, the way he talked, and his up here. He's battle tested. You know what I mean? He was at Alabama. He got benched. Hey, when it was time for him to come back in, he came back in and won them some games. And went to Oklahoma. Boom, Heisman runner-up. And then got drafted by Philadelphia Eagles in all offseason.
This is what's going to ruin Jalen Hurts here. Jalen Hurts earns himself another year, right? And if Howie screws up this draft by getting people that don't make no sense here, that's going to ruin Jalen Hurts, because you need to get the right pieces around here, Jalen. You can get yourself 2 good picks in the defense, but you have to also get You need to get that veteran receiver in here. Some I mean he's getting it. He's getting that connection with Devontae,
Yeah,
but there's just one more piece. And then also Goddard's working into his own too. They're gonna get on that page too and figure out the running back situation. But you cannot if you abandon what makes Jalen, this is gonna fall apart. And
yeah.
he won't be here. Yeah, he'll be here next year, but the following year, that's gonna be question mark. And I'm not gonna blame Jalen for it. I'm gonna blame the organization for not putting the pieces because they did that with Carson Wentz. I mean they finally got Alshon Jeffrey. He wasn't the number one, but he was a good high two. You know, he was enough, but still was not really a number one. And you can't have you got to have the threes. You need that one receiver, you need that running back, and you need that quarterback. You got to have the three. You
Yeah.
can't just have half and like two halves of it or close to it. You need to have that. I mean, you see,
Look, yeah,
JC, imagine if Jalen Hurts is on Dallas with all those weapons.
yeah, yeah. Look, I agree, man. Look,
Shit.
I agree. And they
Bring,
got three on one side,
let
like
me
three
ask
wide
you,
receivers.
how what would you be happy with Michael Gallup coming over here with Devontae?
Um,
I know it's
I mean,
division. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
he can. I mean, you know what? Look, Michael Gallup to me will be automatically an upgrade. He'll be the second best wide receiver on the Eagles.
I'll take it.
You know what I mean? And then you put Quez Watkins in the slot, put
Sure.
Reagor on the bench. You know what I mean? So now you have yourself, hey, who wants Reagor? You know, let's have a yard sale for Reagor and see what team could get you off his hands because look, you still got JJ on this team, by the way. Another high draft pick that's not doing anything.
Not too
Why
long
not give him a
ago.
chance?
Not too long ago, we had Mac Hollins.
Yeah, I mean, we just bad in drafting wide receivers, but when free agent wide receivers, hey, we seem like we're okay when they are free agents. But drafting, besides Devontae Smith, there's nobody else that you could say. I mean, well, Macklin and Jackson was a good, 1-2 combination. Macklin and Jackson, man, they were a very good combination. But ever since then,
Yeah, because
it's been nothing but miss.
Jason Avant was in that mix, right?
Yeah, yeah. Avant
Okay.
was a slot guy. You know what I mean? He had his little, his third down catches every time he gets third down. Mr. Reliable, you know what I mean? But besides that, man, it's been
Yeah,
whipping,
and we could
whipping,
do that. But
whipping.
I mean, what's the if Jalen is here next year? I mean, I'm cool with that. You go get a vet receiver, nice something nice like that. To add with Devontae already. I mean, it's gonna look nice. I'll even stick with the running back room like this if they go get us a veteran receiver like that, and they add some.
Would you overpay for one? Because I think if you're going to get the top three and Robinson and Goodwin and somebody else, I said, would you? Because Goodwin right now, he's on a franchise tag. All right, there's a reason why the Bucks did not pay him because they didn't have no more money.
You know what?
Like, hey, they brought everybody back.
I am going to do it. I am going to do it because I want to see what the potential is going to do it. I want to see what our team. I mean, when have we done it besides the TO thing, right? Like,
Yeah, the TO, but Alshon, we gave him a deal after the Super Bowl. We signed him to a big contract after the Super Bowl.
hey, JC, this is not our fault. We could already had a Metcalf and a Jefferson, and the list goes on and on. This is not our fault. This could have already been fixed. This is on Howie. So you fix this. You got the other guys doing all these kind of great things on other teams that should have been an Eagle. So go do it, man.
Yo, I would be mad if the Giants fire their GM, which is rumored to be that the Giants is, rumored to be parting ways with old Gettleman after the season is over, and we still have Howie Roseman. You know what I mean? Like that would not make no sense to me because now you trying to give the Giants a heads up, a leg up on you. Hey, bring a new GM. Let's fix our hot mess right now. Because Gettleman obviously is a problem as a GM. He can't draft nothing. So now, hey, let's start getting that stuff fixed. Now, Eagles going back 2-3 years, like, golly, why we still got the same GM, the same issues, the same problems? You know what I mean? But I don't know, man. Angels are frustrating to me, man.
And you know what
But
sucks, JC, is that we can say all these things, but I don't know what's in Jeffrey's head and Howie's head, man. I'm so that's still in my mind. Like, what are these dudes gonna do?
would you draft a running back with your third pick? No. Yeah, nah, nah. You don't. Look,
Well,
I've had
JC. Well, let me ask you this: if that third pick is the best player at that spot, do you do it?
but
The
is that
best
our
player
need?
available. No, I
Is
know,
that our
but remember,
need?
I know, but it's the best player available. We're talking about a trendsetter guy, like a Zeke or whatever. If it's the best player, I know it. I know it doesn't. I'm just saying, if
And
Luke
now you
Kuechly
got
gets
Sanders, Gainwell, Howard, Boston Scott. Like, I mean, and that just added more pieces to a problem that you
but
should
it's the
not have.
if he is the best player at that spot, would you do it?
A running back? No, I
Best
would
running.
not.
Dang, look at
I would
you.
not. I would not because look, I'm seeing Gibson. Look for the
Woo.
Washington football team. Gibson. Hey, look at Barkley. You know what I mean? The best player, best running back that came out of his draft. And this dude can't stay healthy because you know why? The Giants' offensive line is jacked up. You know what I mean? They got other issues that you fix first before you try to get a a running back that could change your franchise because you could end up the exact same way as the Giants. You know, we have three running backs. We could easily. You, you don't need a number one running back to win a lot of games. You just need a good quarterback, a good game plan, but you need to get your trenches, your
Yeah,
defensive
I
line,
would do that. I would
offensive
do
line,
that. I
middle
would trade a
linebacker.
first. I would trade a
Spurman, would you
first and a
trade
second.
first, second?
I
First
would.
and second, yeah, I do it because DK is young. I mean, this is his third year. You know, if
And
we still
I want him to change his haircut to green. I'm tired of all those other colors.
Uh, but yeah, I definitely do that for a fact. Though a DK, even though this year he's having a down year, why? Because Russell Wilson is hurt. A lot of other issues, you know. So a good quarterback man could take a team a long way. So I think we're set at quarterback, but 55%, 60% of the Eagle fan base don't think we are. But hey, I'm in the minority. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'd be okay with me being wrong at quarterback, and I'll just bite the bullet and see what happens 2, 3 years down the road. But
Man,
but yeah,
if Minshew has a hell of a game, I'm gonna be so worried. I mean, I'll be happy we win, but the thing is that we're not gonna hear the end of the Minshew thing.
I think he's gonna have a Jalen Hurts type of game throwing, but not a Jalen Hurts type of game running. I think we're gonna
Oh yeah, we know
lean
that.
on the run. No, lean on the run. Ooh, Gibson knee just bent. Oh my God, his knee just went sideways as he was getting tackled from the side. Ooh, that
On
looks sick.
Washington.
Yeah, yeah, that looks sick. But he hobbled off. But hopefully he's all right. But yeah,
Wow.
man. But look, bro, hey, I appreciate you, man, coming on here and hanging out with me for a good hour, man. Hey, I
We
appreciate you,
could talk
man.
all day, man.
Yeah, man. Look, I'm trying to come on your channel, man. Look, just let me know when you want me, and I'm there. You know.
For sure, for sure.
And
Yeah,
we go from there. So
yeah.
even
So
next Monday, don't you do things on Monday or whatever?
yeah, I was at the hospital today, so I was supposed to do my recap, my yelling, and get my yelling done. So I was well. Let me do some yelling on JC's show. But yeah, Monday, and then Wednesday. I'll hit you up for Wednesday, but it would be one about 1 o'clock on West Coast time. So
One
that's three.
o'clock West Coast. That's three. What you 2 hours
Behind
behind or 3 hours? Well, I get off of work at 3. I'm home at like 3:30, 4 o'clock. So
Okay.
Eastern. So that probably like 2 for you or like 1:30
Yeah,
for you,
I'll
whatever.
send you the link. Maybe we'll still. Sometimes it goes to an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Uh, you know how things go. But I'll send you the link in your Twitter if you can jump on.
Yeah.
Um, Officially, we'll do another one where we got some more time.
Yes, sir.
Uh,
Yes, sir. Hey, look, any last words before I let you go, man?
just I know Eagle fans are just Eagle fans got their knives out and they're looking. They want to cut. They want answers. I know how it is, man. And we're gonna get through this, man. I just think that I we were riding that wave, man. We all had the surfboards. We were cruising,
Awesome.
and
Now
we kind of just fell off the surfboard. But we'll get back on this thing, and we're gonna fight. And the Giants fans enjoy that because when you go to Philly, we got some talking to do. We got some straightening out. We got to set the record straight right here. Okay. We got some business to handle. So it's always fly, go birds. The Birdman _951. I'm out.
yes,
How
sir.
about you?
Hey, go birds. I appreciate y'all. Love y'all all. Go birds.